currently driving, I think through Western Virginia, not West Virginia, but Western Virginia. It looks like crap because I've been up since 5:30 this morning and been on the road and then stopping to work and then on the road and stopping to work and on the road and stopping to work. But anyway, like I said, I was going to try to do these live vlogs daily, which has not happened, but kind of wanted to give everybody an update. So I am selling my house, buying a house, all the stress, and it looks like my house in Maryland will actually sell it. Will close, go to settlement on Wednesday coming up, which is very exciting because that means I can move on from that. And then the buyers are giving us back a month's rent back from them for no cost, which is great because I still have to buy another house. So, hey, Kiwis Road, what's up? And never, that's what I say if anybody tells me to be safe when it comes to driving, or just safe in general. Like, never. But anyway, but we're running into all kinds of problems in buying this house in Georgia. So, we were told yesterday that we can't do the VA loan. Mike, who, if you watch my channel, you know who Mike is. He is a veteran, but apparently there is something that's keeping us from being able to get that veterans loan, and apparently it's something that they knew about from the beginning, and they should have known that we wouldn't have qualified, and I don't know why, like, this far into the process, like almost a month, like we got pre-approved months ago, but this far into the process with this, it's not going to work. We can't send it over to the VA because they're going to deny it, so let's look at other options. Yeah, other options. Now in order for me to afford this house at the interest rate, or to get an interest rate that I can afford on this house, I got to pay for that interest rate. I am so freaking pissed at this point, okay? So, when I found this out, don't tell me bad news on the phone, especially during this process, because, my not best self comes out. So, and I need to know all the options. I need to explore everything. I need to ask all the questions. Because I am a problem solver. Like, that's who I am by nature. I am a problem solver, but I can only problem solve if I know the answers to all the questions. So, anyway, after much reluctancy, I agreed to buy down the interest rate, to get it to a point where we can afford. It's still not as low as the interest rate we would have had for cutting the ends of the phone off, can't see. Anyway, still can't get the interest rate down as low as it would have been with the VA, but it's low enough to where I feel more comfortable with the payment. Until today, when I found out how much freaking insurance costs in Georgia, I've been pricing things out, and let me tell you, car insurance, motorcycle insurance, homeowners is more expensive than it is in Maryland, and not by a little. It's the insurance that isn't, because that just even adds up more money. So right now, I'm stressed about finances, and I don't want to be stressed about finances. I have already spent so much money between getting my house ready to sell, getting it where the buyers of my house want it, and then all the money for all the inspections and everything else, and the earnest money on this house in Georgia. I don't do good with money. I don't do good with money stress. It's not something that I'm good with. And yeah, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of past stuff that I'm not fully healed from. So when I feel stressed about money, everything else comes up, and it's not a place that I don't like being in that place. I like being in a place of gratitude and happiness and positivity, and I am just too stressed out to be in that space right now, and it's forcing myself to take time to be grateful and to focus on the things that I'm grateful for. But at the end, I'm like, oh my God, what else can happen? Mike's daughter Sophie is supposed to school starts in Georgia August 1st. So at this, can't give me a date on when everything's going to be ready. They said they're hurrying it along and they're going to rush it, but we're already behind. We're already so far behind. they can't give me a date, and they're like, well, maybe the 28th, and I'm like, okay, that's a week behind. We can deal with that. But like, I mean, it would be okay if Sophie starts school like a week late, like not a big deal. I mean, the first week of school isn't much, but I don't want her to start super late, or God forbid, like what happens if something major comes up and we can't get this loan? What happens if we can't get this mortgage? What happens if we can't find it? Then we're homeless, and we don't have a plan B. And I just hate this whole process. Like I am, like I said, a problem solver. I've made it through a lot. Typically, I'm pretty strong and resilient. And at this point, like, I'm not feeling very strong and I'm not feeling very resilient. I can't stand it. But yes, like, I do pause a lot and take 5 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell everybody how I'm feeling, because I think it's important. Like, I can't tell you how many times over the course of my life, especially after traumatic experiences, big major things happening, people saying, I can't believe how strong you are. Well, you know what? I'm not strong all the time. Like, everybody has their moments. Kiwis, I can't even think about a plan B. Like, I don't even want to think about it. Plan B is I tell Mike, screw it, we're going to put Sophie in, if we don't get this house, plan B is we're going to get a freaking RV, we're going to put all of our stuff in storage, and make Sophie do homeschool for a year. And then just figure out what to do next. Like, that's kind of my plan B at this moment. Like, I don't know what else to do. Not that I want to do that. Like, I don't. Like, I am a Cancer. I like having a home. I like building a nest and building roots. And, I think this move is already so emotional for me. That works. Plan C. I don't want to think of any plans. I don't want any more plans. I just want to get this house and get done that. Like this house it's not perfect, but it's perfect for us, I don't know. I know everything happens for a reason, though. I really do. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But, man, like, I'm tired of, like, going back and forth between Maryland and Georgia. I'm tired of Airbnbs and hotels and all that stuff, and just having to be creative and really flexible with my work schedule so I can get all my hours in and keep up with everything. And I'm just tired of my stuff being in boxes. It's exhausting. And, the last time I did this, I was 21, well, I was turning 22. And I probably was certifiably insane that year. I gave birth to my second child at the end of April. We bought the house in July, and then I got married in September. So, where Plan B needs improvement. Yeah, I mean, Plan B would be hard because then Mike wouldn't be working, and I wouldn't know, like, he wouldn't have any income, and then that would all fall on my shoulders. And then trying to work in an RV or in a camper with him and Sophie, like, I don't think it would work at all. But it's all I got for now, because it's not like you can just move into an apartment even, or a house like quick. If I think I have to be out of my house no later than August 17th. I would like to be out of there before then, so that way the buyers can move in. But, like, if that falls through, like, where do I live? Like, where do I live for a while? If that's the thing. Like, I don't even know how long it would take to find out if things will fall through with the new house and the mortgage. All right, listen, Kiwis Road, I am very particular about where I stay, and usually the places that rent out hotel rooms are the kind of places that I'm not going to stay. Like, bed bugs are a thing. Like, I don't know if I could do a hotel for like a month. Like, I'm a Marriott girl, and like I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. And it's not like it's cheap. Like, my ex-husband, like, he lives in a hotel room. It's like $1,500 a month. Like that's not cheap for like the hotel that he lives in. Like it's gross. Like it's like a motel, you know. It's like I dropped my daughter off there. She was getting her car worked on, you know, and they had all this furniture and like nasty looking mattresses outside. And like I know they had a bed bug problem in part of their hotel, and it's like, oh, like look, that's like no, like that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, you know, I mean, I guess it just I haven't been in this situation for a while, and I don't like the uncertainty of it. And buying a house, renting a house, it's just it's stressful. You know, I'm always used to being more stable than this, at least like when it comes to a home. So to not really know what's going to happen, or you know, anything could come up, anything could change, you know, and it's like not having the control over my future at this point, because it's like I don't right now. Like the bank does, like the mortgage company, they have the control over the situation at this moment. Like everything, they have me by my balls. Okay, and you know, being a woman, my balls are inside of me, so they're really sticking it to me right now, and I don't like that. And then like to go to another mortgage company, I'd have to start the process all over again. So it's not going to be quicker. It's not going to help. It's not going to reduce stress. It's just going to make everything more stressful. Because will the buyers wait, or will the buyers decide, no, we don't want to wait for you? Go, you know, we'll wait. We'll go get another buyer. Like, did I say buyer seller? But the sellers who are selling to me, maybe they won't want to wait another month or however long it'll take to get a mortgage from another company. So I don't know. I'm just frustrated. Thank you for listening to me vent. Like, I know people go through a lot worse stuff. Hell, I've been through a lot worse stuff. But I was definitely prepared for the emotional journey of selling my house. Um, I was not prepared for the emotional journey of buying another house. Like, let me tell you, if somebody tells me I have to spend more money at this point for whatever, like another appraisal or another inspection or whatever, I feel sorry for them. Yeah, the fear of uncertainty is just sucks. And don't get me wrong, like everything is uncertain. Like I'm driving right now, and like it's not certain that I'll make it home alive or one piece or safe or whatever. Like you know, there's always a chance of bad things happening. You know, but there are steps I can take to make this journey more safe. Like probably not going live on my YouTube channel. Um, but driving the speed limit and being aware of other vehicles and everything else. Like there's things you can do to make the journey from point A to point B safer. Um, and then like just you know, I think part of this whole buying a house thing that makes it harder for me is, you know, I haven't always made the best choices. I've made decisions, especially financial decisions, because I had to, you know, not because they were the smart choice. Um, you know, I've been taken advantage of in the past because, you know, I was a single mom. You know, there was a lot of things that I did that I really wish I didn't have to do at that time, but I did. I had to do them. You know, like we refinanced the house a couple times, which is why we still owe so much money on it. It's crazy. Like our mortgage could almost be paid off if we never refinanced, but we had to refinance. We were so poor. Like my mom needed a new car, and her credit was terrible. She couldn't get a loan, so we refinanced into a home equity line. Like my entire mortgage at one point. This is like right before the bubble burst. My entire mortgage was in a home equity line of credit kind of loan. Okay, where like with a variable interest rate. So I mean, that's like insanity. Like, no wonder the housing bubble burst back then, right? Because like they were just doing all like for the home my mom a car. It was the only way to get her a new car, you know. And don't get me wrong, like my income is okay now. Like it's better than most. Not great, but better than a lot of people's. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that. But it's like in America today, like nobody's job is secure. Like I don't know. I'm overthinking things. I know it. I just need to let things be. But anyway, if you watch this, send me some positive vibes and energy. Say a prayer for me. Know that I am stressed out and I don't like it. And I can't wait to not be stressed out and to move into this house. I'm definitely one of those like vision board, like will it into an existence. But man, it's getting hard. It's getting hard. Uh, so anyway, all right, I'm gonna go because traffic is definitely getting a little thicker here, and I want to be safe and I want to make it home in one piece, so I can continue stressing out about this buying a house thing. Yeah. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll keep you updated on all the ups, downs, ins, and outs of like my life and the stress that I'm going through right now. And then I can't wait to share some happy news with you too. So stay tuned. Like I said, should be closing on my house in Maryland on the 19th next week. Uh, no, Kiwi, like I don't even want to eat today. Like I had a huge dinner last night. I can't even imagine eating food right now. I do need a bottle of water, but you can't get in the cooler from here. Like but maybe I'll stop and grab a bottle of water. But anyway, all right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Until next